What's happening, Trueflutter family? Welcome to the Trueflutter podcast, where we talk about love, dating, and everything in between. I'm your host, Bibi, and this episode is about to be fire because this is episode 1 of the Trueflutter podcast. I'm so excited because this literally went from a dream to reality, and I know it's about to be start of an amazing journey and a lit one too. So today we're going to be talking about a very juicy topic, but before we get into that, I have 2 special guests, or let's say 3 special guests to be in the studio today. You guys should introduce yourselves.
Hi, Anita here.
Hi, Anita.
Hi, thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure.
Hi, it's Chicks.
Just what's this voice?
Hi, my name is Naz.
Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you guys being here. So today, we're just going to jump into the topic of the day. And the topic is basically the biggest problem with relationships today. So what do you guys think is the biggest problem with relationships today? And today, I mean like 2021, this is our generation, you know.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's commitment. A lot of people are scared of committing. Mm-hmm. Maybe because they don't want to get heartbroken or they are not sure. You know, I think one of the biggest issues today is actually commitment.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, for me, I think it's trust issues. It's trust issues, number one. People don't trust themselves anymore. And we've gotten to that point where, I mean, everyone is trying to be quote unquote wicked. Yes. Because no one wants to show emotions anymore.
Right.
So it's more or less like I'm hiding my emotions, she's hiding her emotions. You know, at the end of the day, everything just falls apart.
I think I'll go for expectations. Expectations are too high.
because of Instagram Live now. You know,
exactly.
Yeah.
Too high these days. Everybody wants to get the supernatural perfect person. Yeah.
And they are not perfect though. Nobody's perfect.
And nobody's perfect, exactly. Nobody's perfect.
So why do I want a perfect person when I'm not perfect?
Or realistic standards. Or realistic expectations.
I mean, it falls back to the old social media stuff. It's Instagram. You're
Facts.
seeing pictures and you're seeing couple goals and whatnot. But you don't know what's happening inside the
All
house.
them couple goals
True.
that are not true.
Speaking of couple goals, did you guys see that Nazanin and Miguel broke up after 17 years together?
They would have just continued dating.
I'm telling you.
Not get married. Why are you getting married? But do you know that's what like happens? That's why I always tell people that it's not how long you date somebody that really matters. You can date someone for 3 months, 6 months, you get married, like the best thing that has happened to you, and you date for 10 years thinking, oh, I know everything about him. And eventually, you know nothing.
Facts. Do you know? Facts. I used to always believe that you have to date somebody for a long time. If not, it's not valid. You don't know yourselves.
So my friends think they think I'm crazy because I said if I date a guy for 3 months and he proposes, I can say yes.
For 3 months?
Yes. It's actually long.
And they're like, am I mad? I said no, I don't think so, because I can date him for 10 years.
Right.
And we'll still not end up together or maybe we'll end up together and I start seeing some things that a man has hidden for 10 years that I cannot deal with. So I feel like under 3 months, I know him to an extent. You can never know. He doesn't even know me.
Completely.
You know me finish.
Yeah.
The same way I know if you know you finish.
You don't know yourself.
Exactly. Because
I
there's
feel
some things I'll do and I'll go back and...
We're all just in support of, I mean, what's the need? 10 years, 3 months, 1 month. I can get married to somebody after just 1 month of knowing the person.
After 1 month. You people are not afraid of madness. You people have not
I've seen people get married after a week of meeting.
A week?
Yes, and they are still married as we speak for over 20-something years.
I think that's risky. I think it's risky.
Marriage itself
Marriage is risky.
Exactly.
Yeah, everything.
Yes,
Life
but
is risky.
But
You can go
it's more or
out, you
less
can
like
just
a
step out
calculated
and you will
risk.
never come back.
Exactly.
So everything
It's a
is
calculated
risky.
risk, kind of.
Ipa, my guys, I'm still learning from you. because for me, I'm like, what? Even people that say, oh, I love you in like 1 week. I say, why? What do you love here? What's
I've
this
told
about
somebody
me?
I love you in like 3 days.
Did you love the person?
Yes,
I
I
think
did.
we've overflogged that sentence, I love you.
Right.
So now it's not like a normal compliment. Like the way you say thank you to someone.
Yeah, just
Oh,
say,
I
"I love
like you.
You have beautiful hair.
Hey, I like you. Oh, I love you.
I love you is now
I
for
can
bands.
say I can say it freely and I don't mean anything.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
Love you. I love you. Just doesn't.
When I said it, I meant
Chooks, don't love me, I beg.
oh, wow, that's not nice.
The way you know that I mean it, I say with so much passion in my eyes. But if I just say, hey, I love you.
And then I think your actions will match up if you love somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So you have to pay
just,
attention to your actions as well.
yeah, your actions will definitely match up if you love
Chooks,
somebody.
Mr. Romantic. It
Too
says
much
it with
girl
passion.
Oh my god. Okay, so do you guys think that growing apart in a relationship is a thing? Mm-hmm. Or you think it's just an excuse that people make when they say, "Oh, we just grow apart," or you think that for real, like to grow apart from somebody is an actual thing?
Yes.
Actual thing.
But what does that even mean? You grow apart. What
So
what does that mean?
you guys stopped doing what you were doing initially. It just is this. I think it's the same thing that happens with our politicians. Is when it's time for election, they're all
Promises.
lovey-dovey. They're more than willing to sleep in the bed with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Roast the corn by
They'll
the
jump bike
roadside,
with you
carry
too.
children and whatnot. Blah blah blah. Do you get?
Yeah.
And when they've gotten what they wanted, it's more or less like, why should I put in effort again?
Facts.
And that's one thing that actually ruins relationship because you're putting in effort to get somebody, you're teaching them a particular pattern
Yeah.
of how you will actually love them.
Correct.
And then they fall for it. They think that's how it's always going to be. And when I get into the relationship, you've taught me something.
Facts.
I've gotten used to that pattern and now you're changing it.
From nowhere.
From nowhere.
So basically, you're introducing to a vibe that you cannot maintain.
Yes. And from there, we just notice that we are growing apart. We don't enjoy ourselves anymore. The friendship is not there. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to do because we are just bland. Like everything is just
a
there.
day.
Because
Just
you've
a
gotten
day.
me. You feel there's no need for you to put in extra effort. Meanwhile, you're losing me. We are growing apart.
Okay, I can definitely see how growing
Do you get?
apart. Yeah, I can
that's-
see
for
how
me,
it is now.
that's it.
Yeah.
But the growing apart thing, let's not forget to add this. It's both ways. It applies to both parties. So it could be that she isn't doing what she was doing before,
Yeah. Or
it could be that he isn't doing what he
What he
was
was
doing
doing
before, or they were not doing what they were doing before.
Okay, can I say something?
Yeah.
So it's possible that the guy isn't doing what he used to do before. The girl is trying to call his attention to it, that you taught me a particular pattern. So now why are you
Acting different.
acting different? Do you get? I'm trying to put in effort, but then you are now calling me a nag because when I talk about it, you feel like I'm nagging or I'm complaining too much. But I'm trying to make you understand that this is what I know. Like people change. There's nothing constant in life. You're supposed to move with change, but there are some kind of changes that it takes a lot, especially when you're not married. You're just dating. Do you get? So to me, I can start thinking maybe he's cheating. He doesn't have my time anymore. Maybe he's not feeling me again.
But
And all
then,
those
but
thoughts
then you
affect
could be
the
wrong.
relationship.
Yes,
But
of
then you could
course.
be
That's
wrong.
what I'm saying, that I know that in life people change. Maybe he's going through stress and he doesn't know how to. But at the
Portray his
same time,
feelings.
that's where the compromise. Try to talk to
At
your
least
partner.
talk.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just talk.
Why? Thank God guys are here. Why do you guys find it so hard to talk?
I don't know. Ask them.
Why?
I feel like it all boils down to the expectations again.
Yeah.
I mean, you are in a situation where you have to put up with being a particular person. You need to set up these standards. You need to be a man. You understand what I mean?
Right.
And that's what the lady sees you as, being a man. And after everything, she just wants you to all grow soft and all that.
No, I don't think it's the lady. I think it's the society.
Society, lady, everything.
Yeah, 'cause I think that
They expect you
Versus
to.
who brought it upon the society is the ladies now.
No.
No.
No, most times I think it's upbringing.
See,
Your parents will teach you to be a man, don't show emotion so that
usually-
you're strong.
Teaches you, no doubt about that. But majority of the society, which is more of the ladies, have this impression that I can't be with a very, very extremely nice and lovey-dovey guy.
Exactly.
We want
Some
hardcore.
ladies.
They
That's
want-
just
they-
some.
they-
The majority of the ladies
They would usually want
hardcore
two very contrasting things to be in the same person.
person, and it's not possible.
I beg to disagree.
Oh, today love me.
Actually disagree.
Oh, tomorrow
I
please be
disagree.
a man. Don't be too
Yeah.
nice to me.
Oh no, I haven't heard
No.
anybody say don't be too nice to me.
You haven't heard anybody say that.
No.
You haven't heard girls
I've
complain.
heard-
He's
I've-
too nice.
Okay.
Like whenever I want to argue, he's always
doesn't
going to
want
look
to
for a way to
argue.
bring it down. He's never in the mood to argue with
Okay,
me.
so let me
blah,
say
blah,
something. I have a
blah.
confession. If I want to argue, please argue. Don't come and be.
So that's what
doing-
we are saying. Why do you want me
Okay,
to
okay,
argue?
wait.
It's just a confession. Don't use it against
But
me.
why do you want me to
Don't
argue?
judge me.
I'm
No.
not judging you. I'm just saying, why do you want me to
No,
argue?
it's not all the time, but sometimes I'm just maybe
As
I just
in,
want
You
to
want me to
distract you
throw
from
tantrums and
something
whatnot?
that you're
Yeah.
doing. You don't have my time. I'm craving attention, and I just threw tantrums. And you're telling me, "Oh, babe, I'm sorry. Don't sorry me, bro. Let's argue. Close your laptop
allow
and
me
let's
get away
argue.
with
Let's
too
argue.
much.
No,
Let's
I-
argue. Let's argue."
I've heard at some
No,
point.
it's a sexy argument.
I've heard
True.
at some
It's
point
a sexy argument.
when
Let's
someone
be sexy
said
and argue.
specifically to me,
Okay.
don't be too nice. This relationship would not be fun if we don't argue.
As in, she said it like that.
Exactly.
You
Okay,
had-
no,
you
I'm
had
not
one
that.
chance, so that one,
I'm
that
not
one
a
is not.
disturbed fellow. I won't say that.
That one is a bit of mental.
But it's a
problem.
thing. It's actually
Really,
a thing.
people say that.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
No, I only do that when I want to throw tantrums. If you're not giving me attention, I'm like, bro, close that laptop. Come on, come here. Come here, sexy. Let's argue.
That's a different form of argument. That's totally different.
Exactly.
No, I think you know what I think. I think I understand what you guys are saying. What you're talking about, how some girls want the toxic guy,
Yeah.
but then they also want the nice guy.
Nice
But I feel
guy.
like as we're growing up, yeah, maybe when we're in secondary school, we wanted that guy that will fight for us.
Yeah.
Like, we only see it in movies. But then as we're growing up now, please don't stress me.
You got
Don't stress my life, dear. Please, 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 please. No, I want peace and tranquility. A little spice of argument here and there, but then please, please, please. Anyway, so I think another thing that is a problem with relationships today is the fact that many people have not healed from past relationships and also childhood trauma. I think that many people get into relationships with baggage that already exists and they somehow expect their partners to
So
fix it.
understand.
Yeah, to be the therapist.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, to an extent, that's actually true. So this is what I feel. This is what I think. A lot of people just rush into relationships after another instead of healing. So I've seen people, most of them are my friends. If you're listening, I'm sorry. They cannot for a minute, stay without being in a relationship. They literally just, broke up from one on Monday, and on Thursday, you're telling me you have a
Girlfriend.
girlfriend.
That's too quick. I'm sorry.
That's a bit quick. That's
Like-
a
But
bit-
there are people like that.
Yeah,
They can
yeah,
never
yeah.
stay without being in a relationship.
yeah.
So it's not like I can't stay without being in a relationship, but I'll have somebody that I'm talking to, but we are not dating.
The rebound
Do you
guy.
get, like,
There's always somebody in the picture.
yeah, there's always someone. No,
Not the rebound guy,
not rebound guy. Sometimes we actually never see, but maybe when I was in a relationship, we were trying to have conversations with me, and when I was done with the relationship, I just talk to them, and from there we'll start talking. Most times we never ever see. We just talk online, and they just keep you company for that time. Nothing sexual, just talk about things. You are open to them, even talk about your relationship that didn't work out, and they are trying to shoot their shot, but maybe you don't. I never like them to that extent, because I don't go for guys that I like.
Sorry, man.
I'm so sorry if you're listening, but yeah, I never like them to that extent. That's why I never see them.
Yeah.
It's just-
Okay, so that means that in that time you're using the person for attention, basically.
Yeah, because I'm going through something and I just want.
That's toxic.
Don't you think you're doing exactly what the person who dumped you did to you?
I don't think so, because I never said we are dating or I love you or I'm giving you girlfriend attention.
But you just said you're using the guy to.
Okay, maybe that came out wrong and that's not what I mean. But what I'm saying is, if you call me normally when I'm in a relationship, fine, they don't have my numbers when I'm in a relationship, because I'm a one
Respect to your
woman,
partner,
one guy person. Yeah.
But what happens to the
Proud.
guy after you've gotten through?
Oh no, they know that. Oh, I just got out of a relationship. I'm not ready to go into one, and they're like, okay, no problem, but we can just
Okay,
be friends.
let me stop.
And
Let me
we are
stop. Let me stop
No,
with
no,
that.
no. Wait. Let me
No,
answer. Let
okay,
me
finish up
finish
first.
and ask. And then I always tell them that I'm not ready to go into one now, because I just got out of a relationship that I'm not over yet. And they're like, okay, they'll stick around. They stick around. We talk. Most times we are still friends, but nothing happened.
Just friends.
Sometimes, like right now, I have some guys that were hitting on me at some point in my life, but now we are friends. Some of them are married, some are in serious relationship, we hang out together, and that's it.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, because the thing is, I'm a very
Dark
emotional
humor.
person, so I don't like to put people through what I have been through. So I'm very straightforward from the onset.
Okay, let
I'm
me
not
tell you
down
what
for a
you're
relationship.
doing
Is I'm not
that
down
you
for a
might not know that you're
relationship.
doing. Okay, this is it for some guys. When you tell them, "Oh, I just left a relationship. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for that." In a guy's mind, it's like, okay, fine. Let me just be patient. Let
She'll
me just let me put my tent here, pitch my tent here for a while. Be persistent.
What? They are living in denial. I'm sorry.
Keep the conversation going. Who
Yeah.
knows at some point? Because that's the thing. When you start talking to a particular person constantly for a while, to an extent, you develop feelings for each other or one party.
Do they?
It does happen.
I think that's if you find the person attractive.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to make you understand.
You could see, you might not find the person attractive, but he finds you attractive.
But I told them from the onset, so there's no need for them to
and you
live
told
in
him from the
denial.
onset doesn't mean she might later change her mind. I've had a girl tell me one time, so I asked her, let's go see a movie or something. She was like, no, I'm busy. And I left it at that. Then I think 1 year later, she goes, "Oh, Chooks, what happened? You never went out, never hung out or anything."
Sorry, I don't go that.
Wait,
that
and I'm
I don't
like,
go that
but
late.
I asked you out on so day. And she was like, I expected that you were going to push.
Exactly. The contrast we talked about
Yes.
before.
No, I'm not on that level. I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm not saying you're on that level.
But
I'm
we should also
saying,
understand that some girls, the problem is from their
It's
house.
from home. It's from home.
So
from the mother side or the
yes.
father side.
No, maybe.
It has to be their father's
Do you
side.
get it's from
It has to
home?
be their father's
It's not me, no. My own is me, personal problem. But the thing is, I honestly do not lead people on when I know there is nothing at the end for you. When I break up with somebody, it gets to me bad. So I don't ever want to put anybody in that position. I always tell God that if I'm going to start talking to this guy and I'm going to be the one to viewing everything or do everything or do that, please let it not work. No guy will ever come to me and say I put them.
So much of you in this Lagos.
No, I don't think any guy will ever walk up to me and
Do you
say.
understand?
For real.
Sorry.
I don't think any guy will ever come tomorrow and say, "Oh, Anita, you did this," and then you try to make me feel less of myself or anything or that or that. No, I don't do that. I'll tell you if I like you.
That's
I'm
actually-
the kind
that's
of girl
actually
that will
very
tell
nice
you
to hear from
I
a
like
lady.
you.
Yeah, true that.
I like you, and I don't know, but I like you.
Seems as though women know ourselves more than ladies know themselves.
I doubt.
Because
I
we're
disagree.
saying a whole lot of things that we are in agreement with,
Yeah.
but they are saying, those people must be having problems from the village or something like that.
But some men, you are just talking about yourself.
you, yeah.
We're talking about ourselves and we're still talking
in
about
relation
to others.
the other
No,
gender.
Yes.
I've met.
So you're speaking for
men
your entire
have
gender,
issues.
like this.
Exactly.
I'm not
Person.
joking. Men have
I'm
serious
not disputing that
issues.
fact that men do
So
have
just
issues.
speak for you, because the fact that I'm talking about other people having issues from home doesn't mean that we don't have our sweet side. I can decide to talk about only the sweet side
At
of
times
us.
we can speak for other guys. Is obviously we're guys. We talk to ourselves. We
talk
when
to
there's
ourselves
relationships
too.
and whatnot. We
Yeah.
have these
We
conversations.
We
that
do
too.
that too.
So it's safe to say we can still speak for other guys.
Okay, I think Belema will start speaking for that girl.
Yes, we should do that. We should represent our gender better in this conversation.
Yeah, I think so. I'm sorry, ladies. We move.
we move there. Anyway, so what do you guys think about this whole toxic traits? Have you ever caught yourself like exhibiting a toxic trait in a relationship, or have you ever seen a toxic pattern in your dating life or in your love life?
I think with me, if for every time I've noticed I'm about exhibiting one, I draw myself back. Yes.
But how did you check yourself to already know that, oh, this is a toxic trait? So that means that before you take an action, you're very self-aware.
You say that before or after I have? Do you understand? So if I have already taken the action, it's a matter of, okay, I call myself to action. If I have to call the person and apologize,
Yeah,
I will go ahead and do that.
that is very mature. Like
Okay.
I respect you a lot for that.
Yeah, really good. So
Really,
for
really
me,
much,
I think recently I found out something about myself that I do that I think
It's toxic.
yeah. So
Sorry, guys.
I like attention. That sometimes I don't care about what I do to get it.
Okay.
I'm on that table with you.
Does it ever sabotage the other person in any
Of
way?
course.
Sometimes because I really, really want it. I just do some things that at the end of the day,
Backfires on you
yes.
or the person.
No, it gets to the person, but
It gives you the attention that you
it
want.
gives me the
anyway.
attention I want, but I don't get the satisfaction because there's a problem that I've created on ground that we're trying to resolve.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yes.
So recently, I found out it's a problem. I've been, trying to say, no, I don't have a problem. And this girl, I don't even give men problem. But my dear, when I throw those tantrums, it causes a lot of havoc.
Right.
So I'm trying to work on it. And to an extent, I think I have. And I'm proud of myself. Yeah. Coming out
I think
means is the old me, not the new me. So
Right.
future hobby, don't be scared. I've changed though. I'm just saying.
I think it's very admirable that you're self-aware, because not many
Yeah.
people are self-aware. So when you ask them, "Oh, do you have a toxic trait?" They're like immediately defensive. No, me toxic. No, I put in a lot of. I'm very very self-aware. I put in a lot of work into myself. And then it's like, calm down, brother. You're not Jesus now. As in,
I
anyways,
think people just like to live in denial. Everybody wants to portray themselves as Mr. and Mrs. Perfect. But
Yeah.
they keep forgetting there's no perfect human being.
facts.
Can never be.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because what you think is okay for you when you have a partner because you're coming from a different world or you guys have different perspective on life, it just doesn't, it's not okay to them. And instead of you to try to understand that it is not okay, but you are denying yourself the right to know that it is not okay and try to work on it for the sake of your relationship and for the sake of the person that you say you love and you want to be with, you're just doing.
Yeah. Do you know something else? As you just brought this up, I just remembered that was something else I wanted to talk about, right? Female toxic behaviors, right? You know that thing of this is just how I am, I cannot change.
I hate that word.
This
Oh my
is me,
god.
Accept me for who I am.
Accept me for who I am.
Don't ever use that word. I'm not joking. I almost had a fight with my mom because of that thing. Because
That
there's
this
this
is who I am.
person that she's always like, that is just how they are. And I'm
How
like, no, it is wrong. Don't say that.
How about when
Like-
they say what will be will be?
What will be will
What
not
will
be.
is it depends on the context.
Yeah, true.
It depends on
Context.
the context. There's certain
I
things
mean,
that what will be
would
definitely
be accept me for who I am.
Accept me for who I am is just an excuse to continue doing
Doing your rubbish.
And I think that's the same thing with what would be would be. They come together. The people who say the first one always say the second one.
What will be will be.
What would be would be.
I've never heard my mom saying what will be, but I always hear her say that is who
That's
they
just
are,
who
and
they
we
are.
end up
I think
quarreling
that
about
will be
it all
comes
the
after
time.
accept me for who I am.
Exactly.
That's why I feel, because after a while, when you can't put up with that person anymore, that is the next available line to use.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
if it's meant to be
from
to
the
be.
from the context where I'm coming from. Imagine you're talking to somebody who you like so much. You of course you know that the person have his or her flaws and everything,
And their issues,
and then
yeah.
they have like a ton of issues. Where you're like, hey, you know what? I don't really care about these issues that you have right now. I just want to focus on what can be, what we can make out of this. And instead of the person sort of trying to adjust into the new life, right?
Yeah.
Make some changes here and there. The person would be like, hey, you know what? Hey, it has happened now. I did it. Hey, just accept me like that. Or what will be, will be. Don't just come into my life and be distracting me or disturbing me. If it is going to work, it's going to work. You get what I mean?
Yeah, if it's all working.
That's-
So
that's
I
it.
think people that say those kind of things. So I did psychology for 4 years in uni.
Oh,
So I think
I
people that
applaud
say
them.
those kind of things have like mental issues, but they don't want to agree. No, I'm not trying to insult them or anything.
yeah, I get.
But I think they went through a lot, or they
Yeah.
are going through a lot, or I don't even know the English to use. They've been through a lot. So so sometimes growing up, you see, now the way we ladies are free to do so many things, it wasn't like that before. And then what we say, oh, our mom was the best, she was there for her kids, she went through a lot, they went through some emotional trauma, mental abuse, and we see it as them being strong women because they were there for their
Independent,
kids.
strong.
So sometimes you see your parents, your mom or your dad go through some mental abuse from the other partner and everything, and unconsciously it sticks in your head and you just act it out. Now that you're grown to your partner, you're trying to be all defensive. You don't want them to see you
Yeah.
as weak. You don't want them. And then,
Yes.
so that's why sometimes you don't just blame people for what they do. But when you try to talk to them about it and they don't agree, just move on. There's a man for every woman. They will meet the next person that is able to tolerate them like that if you know you
Yeah.
can't deal with it. So that's why sometimes don't blame them entirely. Just try to know where they're coming from. And if you cannot work with it, you move, walk away.
I'm
Leave
going to
it
direct this
alone.
question to you, Chugs. Do you really believe in that saying, there's a man for every woman?
I don't really believe in that
He
saying
was
there's a
top up.
man for every woman. See, it's half and half for me. It might be true, it might not be.
Okay, let's just agree to disagree. There might be a man for every woman, but you might not find the man for every woman. Because I feel like there are some things we say that in the end it just gets us into a situation of self-destruction. We should always try as much as possible to develop ourselves to a certain extent. If we see that this has played over and over in different relationships and we're just getting it wrong here, we can't just say there is a man for me out there in the world somewhere.
So at that point, you have to work on it now.
Exactly.
That's like the bad traits, right? The negative traits that you find in your partner. So they should work on it and not just say there's a man that will accept them for a while.
Exactly.
So that is the point. But another point also is there's a way you are, maybe your physique or anything, and
That's an entirely different
You're
thing.
just not somebody's cup of tea. Like you're just not like.
That's an
See,
entirely different
when
thing.
people say take me for what I am or accept me for where I am,
It's
or
really
accept my flaws,
characterial.
it doesn't have to do with the physical.
no, I'm getting somewhere with it.
Okay.
Like when people say, I believe there's a man for every woman, not because of your bad character. You find the man that will put you in the house with your bad character,
That will enjoy your bad
and
character.
you're slapping him and doing things and breaking things. No, that's not what I mean. Come on, that means you're going through some psychological issues and you need to seek help. That's not what I mean. What I mean by there's a man for every man is not just about your character, but there's a man that was. See, there are some things I would do that you can talk to somebody about and they're like, oh, it's normal. Like, it's okay now, it's all right. But to you, it's not normal.
Yeah, because upbringing is different.
Do you get? Because we don't see it from the same perspective. Do you understand? And you don't want to compromise. You don't want to meet me in the middle.
Facts.
There are some men that like ladies that they can just control, like not control them in a negative way, but they just want them to say, oh babe, I don't want you to go out, I want us to spend time together. And they're like, oh yes, my lord, I am here. Do you get? So that's why I pray to God that God give me my own. A man that will accept me for me. Not that will accept my character of when I throw tantrums, they should say, I am here for you. No, but you get me. That's what I mean by there's a man for every woman. A man that will understand me.
That's willing to work with you to better yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm
patient
coming
enough.
from. Not from the
Exactly.
breaking bottle and stabbing people. point
That will
of
be
view.
patient
No.
to follow you through that journey.
And we're back. So have you guys ever been in a situation where you meet someone and you tell them that you're single and then they're like, how can a fine boy like you be single? Or how can a fine girl like you be single?
Every day.
Almost like fine people are not allowed to be single.
I think that's like the most irritating thing for me because I get that a lot. Why can't I be single? I don't understand. Because I'm a fine girl doesn't mean, oh, I know I'm fine. Sorry. Doesn't mean I cannot be single to find myself or try to work on myself before getting into the next relationship.
Right.
So, and you don't just want to be rude to people that say that to you. We just try to laugh and be like, haha, yeah, I'm single, but it's not funny, guys. Stop asking that question.
No, but you can look at it at another angle or from another angle. So when they tell you, I don't believe you're single. They
You're too
could
fine to
have
be
had a
single.
conversation with you, not even the beauty. They could have had a conversation with you. They literally rate you to
Oh
be
yeah,
like,
they always
"Yo,
do.
Wow, sorry.
I think the actual problem
Wow, dear.
comes when this is a potential match for you. And you guys started off conversations that are leading towards a relationship. And all of a sudden, one day, the person just wakes up and it's like, fine boy like you, how can you be single? And you're like, please, I beg you, Tori alone, I'm single. And the person is like, it's impossible. You cannot just be single.
It's
So
a
that you
crime
come
to
and
be
break
fine
my
and
heart,
single
bah.
then.
And
is it you're single?"
it's very funny to what extent people can actually take this simple concept that it can even ruin the possibility of something happening between you guys.
Yeah.
Because somebody just wants to believe that for the life of that person,
You're not.
You
you're
can
not
never be
single. You
single.
can't be, how can you be single?
So if it happens that way, I just guess the other party was looking for a way out. Maybe they didn't want a relationship.
After
No,
don't really
I
like
don't
you
think
like
so
that.
because it has happened to me before. So this guy was talking to me. I've had guys talk to me, and when I tell them, "Oh, I'm single," that was when I was single. So they'll be like, "Oh no, oh now I'm still single, yeah."
Okay.
So don't look at her like
No, I
that.
just need to come.
And they're like, "Oh no, you can't be single." No, Anita, I can't believe you. No, it's just a turn off for me. So from there, I'm like, I beg this one, I don't even want, because everything I say is obviously going to
Be a lie.
that-
Everything you
yeah,
say.
so there's no need, and yeah, it has
It
ruined
doesn't
so
matter
many.
what you say, it's always going to be a lie.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
look at you like
If you show
you're-
affection, it's going to be what you do to everybody else.
Exactly. Thank you, Naz. Oh my
Say,
God.
yeah,
God
okay,
bless
speaking
okay,
from
I'm saying this to all
experience.
your boyfriends.
Of
oh.
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Naz.
it's from
Yeah, a G,
within. I
man.
could tell. It was from within.
Gee.
I mean,
They
it
should
hurts.
just stop saying, when someone tells you they are single and you just do your findings, underground dog, try to search. If they are not, move on. There's no need to start
Okay,
pestering me.
ask-
So I should just agree that I
That
am not
you are
single
not
when
single.
I'm single.
So how did you do your findings?
Okay, so
You have to be investigative.
No, we need.
She's wearing glasses.
I like,
sees
I'm a
through the
CIA, FBI, DSS.
Okay.
So I know how to make findings. I ask questions. I have a friend that knows practically almost everything, or knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
something.
So yeah.
She just makes
So I
one single
just
phone
find
call.
out. And
I
I used
think-
to have a thing with dating guys that I don't know anybody related to you or
It's
any
actually good
friend
because
or
it's like a
anything.
new slate.
Yeah, so
Actually,
I
I'll
don't know
I'll
anything.
prefer to get into a relationship with somebody that I know absolutely. As in, I don't have ties. I
There's
don't like
no
too much
relationship,
ties.
no ties,
it scares
no mutual
me. I'm
friends.
sorry, but it scares me. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's my hair, if
It's not
in
just
my
you.
head
It's not
or
just you. Once
something.
somebody says that they know somebody that went to my secondary school, I most likely it's already. I'm already looking at you like.
Say no. And that means you can't date
But-
anybody from Abuja.
But I like it now. I just want somebody that knows you, that gives me some sort of assurance that, okay, this guy, just say something.
No,
if he's
but then you know
nice,
the
tell me
thing.
he's nice. If he's not nice, tell me he's not nice. It's
But
now
you
my
can't judge
choice.
somebody's
to-
niceness from what somebody says, because the
That's
fact
what
that
I'm
I'm not a
saying,
nice
that-
person to Chooks doesn't mean I
Doesn't
won't be a
mean,
nice
yeah.
person
Exactly,
to
that's
you.
what I'm saying. It's now up to me to
To decide.
decide to. But I just want
but so
somebody that
never even
knows
say
you.
anything.
You
So-
just
so-
give me some sort of.
No, but what
I
this
don't
is
know
what
the
someone else
words
will
to
say.
use.
Me, I cannot say anything. No, go and find out yourself. It should
Exactly.
not look like it's
Yeah.
from my mouth to your head.
But you know him.
to an extent.
He's not a ghost. He's not. Do you get like?
You're saying that you rather make sure that you know somebody that person at least knows as per for
even
reference.
for
or
me,
what.
it's so bad that I go to your Instagram, I check your likes just to, even if the person
they
has
can think you
unfollowed
like
you,
and whatnot.
if the person is still following me, I'll just see this. So I just okay, this girl knows this guy. Even if we're not talking, I know a friend that knows you that people are talking. I'm just like, please, you know this guy.
But does that bring security of any kind?
I don't know. That's why I said it's possible is in my head, but I just like it that somebody knows
That you
this
have
guy.
mutuals
Like
with
it's
the
not
person that
Actually, a
Listen.
business idea. You should think about it. Human research.
human research.
Yeah. So
right?
if you want to date anybody, just bring the names to me, the full names. Then
Oh,
make it
Shay,
Yeah.
Anita.
But shouldn't this
CIA.
be? Shouldn't this be?
Yeah.
Shouldn't this be a question of readiness? A question of readiness.
How?
I mean, why would you need to circumnavigate the entire earth to find out something about the person who's right in front of you?
So this let me tell you something.
Because
our
people, they
parents used
fake
to do.
things.
No, apart from that, but you know, our parents used to do this thing. They did it with my elder brother before he got married. So before you get married, you bring the girl to the house and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents would somehow, how they do it, I don't know. They have supernatural powers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Would send like a delegate or so to the girl's home where she's from, the village.
Oh, please just
To
talk
find
to
out,
my
to
mother
make inquiries.
directly.
Call
Call my mother's name. Call my mother's name. Don't call True Corners. Just call her name.
That's what most Nigerian parents do. Find out about the parents, know things about them
Yeah.
and whatnot, then come back and like, okay, fine, you guys can go ahead. So I mean, it's still the same thing. So there's nothing wrong with it. You
I
do
just
due
want to
diligence.
know. Okay, so okay, my mom told me a story, so I think it just stuck, and she told me when I was quite young. She like, so she almost got married to this guy. Daddy, I'm sorry in case you ever listen. Like she almost got married to this guy that a friend introduced her to or something. And then while they were preparing for marriage, the guy wasn't in Nigeria. They were just getting there. Then somebody she met or something, I don't remember the exact story, told her about the guy's sister. And that was when she found out that in their family, they have madness.
They are mad, as in Chris.
Yeah, so every time...
I rest my
I'm not
case.
trying to take this spiritual, but in their family,
It's
every
genetics, or what's it
sibling
called?
must give birth to one mad child.
And they've done them from their village.
Exactly.
Like, they need to go and research about it.
I just want somebody that knows
Okay, I can
that will
understand the
just
angle
tell
you're
me
coming
that.
from.
Well, could be medical now, not necessarily spiritual.
Yeah, you
Is
know
that-
those like then.
Please let me
To
learn
my
something
mother, it
today.
can't
Is
be
there any
medical,
such thing
it's
as medical
spiritual.
madness
Yes, now. Yes. If
I
you
cannot
do the one
answer
way
that.
past you as
that
far
comes like blood group, as in
genetically.
I think
Is that
there should
genetic
be-
madness?
No,
No,
not
come on.
necessarily madness now. It's not madness.
Crazy is
Mad as in
crazy.
Chris.
Craze not craze. All craze not
Wait,
craze.
but you guys, is there really
Mental.
is there genetic madness? Like,
'Cause I don't know.
can it be in your genes that you are mad, like
I
just
don't know.
from jump?
I don't know, but you know the society we live in, we are very spiritual. So yeah, my
Yeah,
mother thinks
everything
it's
is
very
spiritual
spiritual.
issue. Yeah.
So that's why for me, I just want somebody that tells me, oh yeah, they are okay.
This person is
or,
an
yeah.
authentic person, and it's
I don't know. It just gives me some kind of assurance, or
I can understand where you're coming
Yeah.
from when it comes to that. I can definitely
so
understand where
that's
you're
just
coming from.
me. Or I don't know about other people. I'm sorry.
So in whatever to put it. So I would literally like to do what your mom does, the whole investigative thing. It's actually
You
very
like
good.
Investigative
find out, yeah.
journalist. Is
To
it
find out
journalist?
who you-
Detective.
Because see, when
That's
you
what she
want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you're going beyond that person. It's the family. That's why they always
Definitely.
tell you should actually ensure you're okay with.
Can
the
I ask
family
a
you're
question?
being with. Yeah.
Okay.
turns
Vivi,
out,
I'm sorry.
side note,
Yeah,
turns
yeah,
out
yeah.
there's such
Alright,
a
that's
thing
fine
as
now.
genetic.
Yeah. Someone just told me on my IG live right now that there can be genetic brain
Mental
related.
disorder,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You
shey,
were right,
Dr.
You know.
I want to ask a
Right.
question.
Okay,
I
you
know I'm
can
not
ask.
BB, but yeah.
No,
So,
it's fine.
is it wrong for you to start talking to a guy or dating a guy and ask him, when do you want to settle down? Or when do you think it's appropriate to ask
Not
a
at
guy,
all.
when do you
It's
want to
not
settle
wrong.
down?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Because
See,
if a guy
that
has the
first day
right
self, let's know where we are
intentions for
going.
you,
Ah,
that shouldn't
I'll walk away.
bother you.
Yeah.
I'll walk away. Ask me on the first day. I'll walk away. Baby just said, ask
Yeah,
me on
because
the
I
first
feel
day.
like
You walk
it's
away?
important to know
on the first
where,
day.
Then you guys are just getting to meet.
On the first day.
No,
I feel like
that's too much.
if we're going on a
No,
first
what
date,
What
we've
would you
had a
do when someone
conversation.
asks you on the first day? What do you do for, as in,
Should someone
when you know
really
it's
do?
coming from like a check-in standpoint?
No, that what do you do for a living question does not necessarily mean I'm trying to check you. It's just, or even if I'm checking
Why
you, it
would
might
I
not
ask
be, it
you
might
what
not
do you
be
do on the
because
first
I'm
day? So what
try-
am I going to ask you? What don't you do?
I mean,
I think what matters now is how you throw the question.
yes.
I feel like there's no other way to ask what you do for a living.
See, there's a way a lady's going to ask you what do you do for a living. You know she's trying to
Exactly.
Size you up.
Do you understand?
I'm willing to answer that
She
question.
wants to do
No,
that.
guys also ask. So okay, so I met a guy at the see that guy. I know wherever he is, you better listen. Don't ever throw that kind of
Listen, you
tantrum.
better listen.
I was just nice because we're out. So I met this guy at the airport. I was seated on my own, and there was this
Is it the
elderly
private anger or
woman.
just the
No,
domestic
no,
effort?
domestic. I was coming from
As far as a big
ABJ.
girl now.
GG get. So I expect it was
If you know
going to
they
be
go
private
airport.
anger.
Oh no, but soon. So I will let you know when.
Please.
So I was sitting beside this elderly lady that was trying to help me adjust. I was trying to help her adjust her luggage and everything. And they walked up to me and was like, "Oh, is someone here?" I said, "No." So he sat beside me. Like, "Oh, hi. What's your name?" Anita. He told me his name. I can never remember. I was like, "Oh, what do you do?" So I started with, I work with this company, and it's like, I mean, I was not talking. He looked at me, he's like, what do you do?
As per
He wants to know if you belong to small girl, big God.
In my head, I'm like, no, this guy must be mad, but just be nice.
Yeah.
So I just answered, and he tried talking, and so I turned my back to him, and he continued talking and walked out. Is that not madness?
it's madness.
So,
Also, agree,
so
it's
there's one
madness.
more question that falls into this category, and that's when we talk about age.
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 So if I'm 35 or 40, when a guy talks to me in that manner, that was blatant rudeness.
No, age in what sense? Let me understand what
When
you're
you
trying to
ask,
say.
your age.
what do you do for a living? When do you want to settle down? How old are you? These are generally questions that people are not willing to answer.
Why?
what do
Why?
we-
What's the problem with
Why?
that?
What's the problem with
I
the
mean,
question?
I don't know, but a lot of people would
No, but
rather
to-
not
You were
answer
the one
that.
that said it
People
depends.
don't-
Like, it
people
depends
don't
on
like
how they
Please
ask
ask me.
you. The way that guy asked
To
me
be
was
fair.
very rude, and I didn't
I
even
feel
want
like
to
that guy just
continue.
wanted. That guy didn't want to believe that you could, like, you were the
did all
one
those
funding
things,
yourself.
yeah.
Like,
Can you imagine the
one,
audacity?
yeah.
It's the audacity for me.
Some
And
men
one
cannot.
cute guy, beard gang. I was saying, oh my
That
goodness.
guy
But
just lost out on something.
But you know,
don't come
you know,
and
get sense.
do military regime for me now. What's that?
Gra.
So any girl or guy, I think is not willing to answer such questions is a red flag for me. Why
Yeah,
can't you
you're being
answer
shady.
what you do? What's your age? When I ask where do you stay, you think I'm trying to?
Size you up.
Do you get? It doesn't make any sense.
In the context of having a conversation, hi, my name is Naz. I'm Ada. I love hair, fashion, stuff like that. Oh, what do you do? I'm a photographer, stuff like that. But there's how you see this conversation coming, and you definitely know that this person is just shooting you a gun to the foot.
Okay,
But
so
I'm
I'm
so
a
proud
girl.
of what you're doing.
I understand that I'm a girl, and you walk up to me, and once a girl looks at you from your head
Head to toe.
to your toe,
She's going to size
bro,
you first, and we don't
just
do
know
that as
that.
guys.
Just know that.
Come on.
They will ask you, "What's your take-home salary? What do you do?"
No, Anita, that would
I
have
mean,
been
you
more.
can
That
as
would
well
have been a
just ask
question
you
that
for
would
my
have been more
BVN,
offensive.
ATM
And
pin, and
whatnot,
Do you
everything.
understand? Do you guys hear what Anita said? I feel like if the person asks you how much do you earn, then that's an offensive. That's the question that's like, why are you asking me
That's
that?
why I said it
But
depends
what
on
do you
how
do for
she
a
actually,
living?
you know,
Is a
portrays
fair
the
question.
But
Exactly.
she size you,
But
bro.
you
Just
know,
no
you know when
say.
a girl is sizing you up.
Yes.
Of course, now.
Definitely.
You
But
would
some guys
know.
don't know. Some
Maybe they
Otupo,
just want to play
they
along.
don't know. They'll still continue talking.
I feel like there is
Bro.
same way you're a psychologist and you're a medical field.
No, I'm not a psychologist. I just did psychology for 4 years as a board course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I think the same way there are professionals in different fields. Some people are professionals in asking these questions. I feel they laugh at you afterwards and go ghost you.
I have a friend like that. Call her name, please.
They will just ghost you
She's the
immediately.
nicest girl.
Let's
She's
be
the
nice. Let's be
nicest person.
nice. Let's
But you're stepping out of that door. That's the end. You can never reach her again.
because of what you do for a living.
Maybe.
Is she in a
And-
relationship at the moment? Is she in a relationship at the moment?
It depends. Can be
It depends on who's
complicated. I'm so
asking.
sorry, my dear.
don't
I did not call your name.
That should be a
She's
yes
going
or
to
no.
kill me, but I did not call your name.
That question is not a yes or no question. The question depends on who is asking.
No, so the
It
reason
just
I
depends
asked
on
if
who
she's
is
in a
asking.
relationship is this: she will end up falling for a cartel
She
at
knows them.
times. She will end up falling for a cartel.
No, she knows the cartels. If that's where you're
Oh, she
going
knows
to,
the
she
cartel.
knows the cartels.
So she knows
So
nothing
you can't
good will ever
bobo
come out
her.
from it.
So you can't bobo.
It's no matter of bobo. it's
Wait,
like,
but do you guys
nothing
think?
good will ever come
Wait,
out from
wait.
it.
But do you guys think it's even wrong to size up a man?
It's
As
not
a
wrong,
woman that
though.
has like gotten my career to where it is.
No, it's
you
not
know,
wrong.
So what's wrong if I size up a man?
The same way guys size up ladies. They know the
Exactly.
kind of ladies that they want to meet or the kind
a
of
lady
girls
who
that
can build
they
a home
can
with.
walk on.
Anita, they are agreeing with you on my IG.
Oh, thank you, my fans. Thank you.
Humanitarian.
So it's the same way guys know that this is the kind of lady I want. She must be working, she must be earning salary, she must be like this, she must have. See,
There are
don't
guys
say
like that,
don't
but
say
the
you are.
percentage is very minimal compared
It's a
to
lie.
ladies.
Don't say that. No.
Exactly.
I
If you're
disagree
being
with you,
honest.
Chugs.
No,
I
if you're being
always
honest.
agree with you, but this time I actually disagree with you 100.1%.
I'm talking about the percentage here.
It's not not low. That's what you think. Because you're not like that doesn't mean marriage is not like that.
Let me get this right again.
The same way guys will say that they don't want girls that are gold diggers or girls that will be a liability to them. The same way guys will say they don't want. It's the same way girls
will say they don't want a guy. No, the same way guys will say they don't want a girl that is a liability. The same way girls don't want to be with a guy that will potentially be a liability.
Yes, but when the girls now say, "Oh, I want a guy that is financially stable, a guy that is like this, a guy that earns this," they'll say girls are gold diggers. But guess what, guys? They talk about this thing. Do you know that these days,
Thank you.
See, I've met a guy that told me one time that what's the word he said? It's not like he was talking to me. He wanted to settle down and we're having conversation. He's my friend, but we are not friends anymore. He said he cannot marry a girl that her father is not rich. So what if the girl is doing well for herself?
And this guy was actually very serious.
So because her father, her father is not rich. He said, guess what? Hold on, sorry, right. He was saying something about he doesn't want a situation whereby he'll start catering for her and her siblings. Doesn't even make any fucking sense. I'm so sorry for using the F-word, guys. Please forgive me. Okay, it doesn't even make any sense. So when girls say it, why is it a problem? I don't want a guy that is not rich. Rich doesn't mean that he must be $100 or Dangote standard. But somebody has to be very comfortable. So what's the problem
in that particular guy's
saying
defense?
That?
In that particular
what
guy's
do you want
defense?
To defend?
No, in his defense.
Okay.
He might have gone through a lot. Taking care. See, the people
so we the ladies, you think we don't go through a lot? Okay, I'm sorry.
Calm down.
Even the people, even while they are dating, they're busy sending pocket money to the mothers, to the father. There are the siblings there. When they're married as well,
I feel like
it doubles.
As a guy, you can kind of set the tone. Like if you don't want to be doing all that, you can kind of
set the tone. That when she comes,
but then also
this now, don't do this stuff.
That's why you have to know. That's why you have to know your partner. You have to know your partner. Like if you're dating somebody that this one should be asking me, please help me pay my sister's school fees. Please help me. And then also that's another thing. Understanding of finances in relationships. Like if you know where your boyfriend is at, you should never put that pressure on him that, oh, please help me pay my sister's school fees. Then when he can't do it, it's almost like, oh, you're incompetent, or oh, you cannot cater for the family or whatever.
The same way they're ungrateful girls, the same way they're ungrateful guys.
They are ungrateful guys, there's no doubt about
so
that.
So that's this part. Truth doesn't just want to agree that this thing is 50-50.
No.
But you're telling me that the percentage for guys is lower than the percentage for girls. And I think it is not true.
It is only
there are so many girls that are doing so well for them.
Facts.
See, I have them around. There's Anita.
There are so many
there's
of
BB.
Them that will take.
There's IJ.
There are so many.
I call Anita first now.
There are so many girls that will take care of themselves, and even the guys that they are getting married to.
No,
but guess what? A woman will never put her husband out there for you to know that the man is not doing well. She will never do that. She will cover up. So when is the lady's turn? Why are they always turning it to she's a gold digger? That's where I have a problem.
I cannot understand that.
That's where I have a problem.
I cannot
when I'm doing it for my partner and nobody knows, I'm not a gold digger. But when I say I can't do it anymore, I can't deal with it, I want something better, I become a gold digger.
And have you noticed that actually the guys that have the gold to dig never complain that a girl is a gold digger? Have you noticed? So it's the broke guys.
They don't actually.
It's the broke guys. The guys that don't have the money, that don't have the gold to be dug. Like saying, she's a gold digger. The truth. What you guys don't know is 50% of ladies, when they say they want a rich man,
they
don't mean he has to be Dangote or $10 standard. What they mean is someone that is comfortable.
No, it's not someone that's comfortable. It's someone that can go to Maldives every weekend.
No.
Yes.
No.
Anita, let's be honest.
No, I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
See, maybe the other 50%. Yeah.
No, 70.
No,
it's 70-30.
No.
I'm telling you. I will agree to 60-40.
I'm telling you.
60-40, I agree to that.
No. See, these girls, let me tell you what we do. We only put a font to make us look like bad girls. I want this, I want that.
I'm just generally going to paint a pattern here, because what I think is, think about it. Statistically, the number of ladies who have poor homes, average homes, rich homes, and everything. Mm-hmm. Last, everybody defines somebody we pass them.
Honestly.
Now, it's by what level then define person we pass them.
True.
So, generally speaking, 100% are looking for person we pass them. But then you have some people who are also doing well for themselves.
Yeah.
But few of those people, or should I say few? I think few of those persons are looking for just someone who's because they understand. They understand. They are paying bills.
Or are you talking about the girls that want to build with you?
The girls right now
Like,
that want to build with you. Thank you.
And not necessarily just enter where
Exactly.
there's already wealth.
Exactly.
Okay.
Keyword build with you.
Usually, you'd find those ones who are almost, I don't want to say very broke or something, but those ones who are,
Their expectations are so high.
skyrocketed.
They're the ones spoiling
That's why
market.
they live in denial.
Then what
Those
they
ones
do-
are just
Living
living in
market.
denial.
What they do, they don't invest in themselves.
They
as
don't even
per,
have work.
Let me
Let's be sincere.
let me
They don't.
learn makeup. Let me learn how to do this. They'll go and buy clothes.
Then
They'll buy hair.
target the high
Thank you
end,
very much.
clubs and.
That's why they can
hotels.
never make it or they cannot
can't.
save because
Then-
there's only so much they have to
Such
invest
people,
into buying
such the
clothes.
same
Exactly.
people.
Which
Now
is
then,
not
and
advisable.
then they
Charity
brag
enough.
online. Say what I've done in my life, you can never do it in. I'm telling you.
No,
that
but
is
then
just the pattern we
there's
have.
that angle, I agree, but then there's also the angle of girls that are doing well for themselves I just like now I don't want to marry somebody that is going to be a liability. Like I just want to be with somebody that will be able to can take care of me, can take care of him. My money is
Same
an
point.
addition.
Same point. I'm
Do you
saying those ones who
understand?
want the unrealistic standard. Those ones who want like overboard going to Dubai for this.
The ones
and
that are
going
actually
there for that.
well to do don't really bother themselves with this.
Yeah,
They just want to
exactly.
make sure. As a guy,
They'll usually,
you're
if they
Yeah.
want that,
I don't want you going around.
if they want
Right.
that, they'll usually work on it for themselves.
Yeah.
They'll usually try it. And if you do that for them, it's just a bonus.
It's a bonus, yeah, and
It's
that's
like, thank you very
Well, I
much.
think that's
You
the
did this
angle
for
we're
me. I
coming
appreciate.
from.
But those ones who do not have anything, if you do one for them and they no go appreciate.
Of course
no-
now. Like
no
iPhone
answer
13 is
conversation.
out now.
It's 1.2 million.
The struggle has begun.
1.2
Let the
million naira
best
for
man
phone.
win.
Struggle is real.
Yeah.
They said that let the best man win.
Let the best man
Oh
win.
god. Anyway, so back to the topic of the day today, which is the biggest problem in relationships. I feel like we've touched a lot of problems, but I have one last one. I feel like another thing that is an issue with relationships nowadays is the lack of patience. Like nobody has time. Like once something goes wrong, it's like I beg. I don't have time for this rubbish. Like
Because
There's
of too much
plenty
Oyibo
of
movie.
fish in the sea.
because of what?
Too much Oyibo movie.
Too much Oyibo movie.
Yeah.
I think on the contrary, Oyibo movie actually teaches you how to love. I mean, if you tell me,
But it doesn't teach you how to be patient because guess what? Divorce is just
It just
the
shows
order
you the
of the
rules
day.
and
Right.
In almost
Okay.
all their movies,
Facts.
it's okay to just be divorced and move on to the next person.
Fair
And
enough.
you'll
And
be
cash
fine.
outs.
Yeah.
Facts. And even what we're seeing like happening, like Jeff Bezos' wife, and it's like
Yeah, what's
hello.
that new trend about ladies suddenly deciding to cash out on their man?
Is it
I don't
different?
think-
It's always been, low key, but
I don't know.
Now
Now it's
they're
just
doing with their food
it's just
chests.
happening.
Let me tell you something.
No
eh?
shame again.
Do you
no
understand?
shame.
Zero shame, nothing like that.
Let me tell you something.
How about the
Times
ones that are baby
different.
mamas because their kids are like assets to them?
Wait, we'll get to that one.
I'm just
I feel like when
saying.
it comes to that cashing out thing, times are different here. I don't think that there's any woman that goes into a marriage with the expectation that I'm going to divorce this man after 10 years.
Oh
when he
yeah,
makes
there are
it and
people
he
like
gets
that.
married.
Yeah, I'm a
I
lady, but yeah, there are
I
people
just
like
talked about
that.
them moments ago.
No cap,
When
there
I
are people
said
like
That will get
when I
married
said
Yeah,
so that
they
can
know that
divorce
they are
somebody.
getting married to this guy because like in the next 5 years
I
they are
didn't
done.
know.
that is somebody's
people
source
like
of
that.
livelihood. That
Yes.
is somebody's source of
Get to your
livelihood.
marriage.
That is our
People like
business.
that.
Move on.
But
get to
divorce
another
is
one.
expensive, and then again, like when you get married, marriage is not a joke. When you get married to somebody, like it's a forever something.
And to you,
It's
it's
a
not a
business
joke.
for some
To them,
people.
it's
Thank you.
business. God bless you.
It's
True.
a business.
Yeah.
The same way you prep yourself,
On
learn
the
how
streets
to.
are hard.
The same way
Very hard
the
and
same way you
tough.
practice how to talk before you come to work. The same
Yeah.
way you try to do your makeup the best way. It's the same way some people are planning. Okay, what is the best time? It's not even a question of if I will divorce him. When is the best
when.
time for me to cash out?
Bro,
Yes.
Yes, now.
people cut me off guard. I don't
I
know.
don't know. Of course,
If,
now,
even
Belema.
if they knew, if they know that this guy has something.
Of course, baby.
let's just say that this guy's net worth right now is 10 million naira.
Yeah.
And he did something that gave him that 10 million naira. And the girl sees that, okay, if I wait for 2.5 more years, this guy, if you don't reach like 100
Done
M,
this for me. Done
No,
that.
but then is it not more profitable to be with the guy that is like the golden goose? I mean, the goose that's laying the golden egg, as opposed to steal the egg and
I mean,
run.
I think they just want that final freedom in the end of the day to call the shots with all the money that they can find. Shareholders in your life.
I'm
that's
with you on that,
who they want
Naz.
to
I'm a
be.
lady, but I'm with you. Chop knuckle.
Bro, that
is
like the
second
streets
knuckle.
are hard.
It is.
Like the streets are really, really
They will
hard.
just come up
So
with
you think the
excuse
trend of
why
this
they
baby
want
mama
to
thing
break
is
up.
just because everybody wants to give birth?
No, I definitely know that baby
Limau.
mama. In fact, let's even get into the topic now that we're there. That
be
baby
honest,
mama
baby
one is
mamas
just
are
is
actually-
just
they're
it's
stupid.
sad. It's sad.
To you, it's sad, but guess what? People are cashing now.
But then you're bringing another individual into the world because you want to cash
like the
out.
way
Those
she said that,
individuals are
Cassie.
also cashing out. And
No,
guess what?
no,
The
but
parents, the mothers are preying on the younger ones to survive. So guess what?
Because at the end
Everybody's
of the day,
surviving.
the mothers are the
But
ones
it's
that
not
will take care of these
fair.
kids while they stay
Exactly.
out there.
All the fathers have to do is just be pumping
Dropping
in
money,
the money.
dropping
Your,
money,
your,
yeah, but
your
then-
son or your daughter must go on vacation. Automatically, the woman is going on vacation.
Facts.
Your son or your daughter must live in a house. They must live in a house.
His name.
L-Y.
He
Yeah.
trashed this guy, called him all sort of
They are
names.
together now.
He gave me yesterday and whatnot. Of recent, we saw you her cooking rice and stew.
Yeah, in the kitchen. I
Sleeping
saw
house.
the video.
So what do you have to say about that?
So yeah, it's
Before you
just.
even take care of
I feel
yourself.
like it's
I
just
think-
exploitation. Exploitation is just the order of the day. If you know how to
Bro.
exploit, you are ready to make
I
it.
think that just,
you don't
I
have
think
to
that the world is
exploit.
just wild now. Because like think about it, you're bringing a whole individual. into
A whole
this
individual
world
that will make you a whole lot of
They
money.
don't care. So
Yeah.
for every 500 they spend on the kid, they should be making at least 3,000.
What are you saying?
That's how
Your
they
child
calculate.
must live in a house, a good house. Automatically, the mother lives in a good house. Your child must ride in a car. The mom must own a car. The child will go on holidays. The mother is
Yeah, I
automatically
definitely
traveling.
understand where I understand the
So
angle
what
they're
are we
coming from,
saying?
but then I'm just like, it's a brutal world out there.
It's brutal, but they are
Like,
surviving and
Have
they
you
are
not? Have you
making
not
a whole
heard?
lot from
Some
it.
people want to relax and be taken care of.
Yeah.
Facts. I think we all.
Yeah.
I think we all want to relax and be taking care of honesty at this point. But then, there are ways to do it without bringing a child into the world. Like,
I feel
It's-
like now
it's-
nobody's really thinking about the repercussions or anything. We are just living. the
yeah.
life.
And I think
And
social
living
media
the
has
moment.
Living the
influenced.
moment.
Social media has influenced a lot of things that we
Yeah.
do nowadays, especially when it comes to dating and relationships, because it's kind of like the concept, like the point of it is now warped. Like people are dating people because of money. People are dating people for like other reasons. But then there are other reasons. What happens to love? What happens to building something together, building a relationship?
So nobody should eat me, but when there is money, there is love. That's what
I
the
have to
street
agree.
says. That's not what. Please,
So
There's
it's not the side that said it. Oh, that's what they said on the streets.
Have you not watched our video on things
You
that
guys.
are better than love? Or what was the topic again? Things that are more.
Things that are more important than love in a relationship.
relationship.
But it wasn't. Well, I did not say money,
Nah,
but
I
I've
see,
added
like
money
when
to
my
that
mom
video.
talks to me about relationship or marriage, she's always like friendship, commitments. These days, people don't really care about.
My phone is ringing, you guys.
Lift the phone. Lift the phone so that
I don't want to speak
it will not be on the table.
Oh, okay.
Nowadays, people don't really care about commitment, relation, and friendship, building. Who is building with who? Do you get like nobody really cares about all of that these days?
I mean, like all these things are centered around wealth, right?
Yeah.
Money up and down.
No, it's not just
But
money.
there are more important things in
when
relationships
did
than
we-
money.
when-
We don't see.
No,
That's the
money
thing.
comes first.
This
So
millennials,
one
we
very
don't
important
care
point
about.
is when did we
all
get
those
to the
things,
point
whether
that
we like it or
we now
not.
so much believe that people cannot make wealth?
I don't understand.
When does it?
They
When,
can't make wealth how?
Like the money already has to exist before we can be in
Exactly.
a
Yeah.
relationship.
So there's
Okay,
nothing
so
like,
let me
come,
tell you
let's
something.
build
No.
together and get to that point.
I think you're about to say what I'm going to say.
I'm
but
not in
let's say
support
it.
of this whole thing that is going on right now and everything. But you see that building, let's come and build together.
Yeah.
The men of this era and coming to build together, there are two parallel lines that can never meet. You build with one man, and then at the end of the day, when he's made or when he has made
Exactly.
it, you come and start speaking gibberish.
but does that mean that you shouldn't build at all?
Some people can try to build. People that see everybody's grace. I'm not trying to get all spiritual, but grace differs.
It differs a whole lot.
Everybody's grace is not the same. I can build with you, and tomorrow we are living okay, we are fine. I can decide to build with you also, and tomorrow is like we are enemies trying to survive or trying to just manage each other, and I don't know, it just gets really messy. So life itself is a risk. So building with a man is also a risk because he can decide to rubbish you tomorrow and forget about you who are built together.
Okay.
Or he can decide to work on it and say, okay, this is somebody that built with me. Let's chop this life
I really
together.
doubt from a male standpoint.
No,
that
I don't doubt. I've seen it play before my very
But
before.
I think to
I
an
have
extent,
seen it play.
I think
you
you're right
always,
to an
you will
extent,
always
though.
see that flag coming.
You know, I
will
saw
always
something
see it
online.
coming.
I saw something
That-
online.
Men are
this
very
thing will definitely happen.
see, I'm so sorry. Some men are so deceptive that you will never see. They will pretend to.
A man can't keep it. See, a man
Sorry,
can't
guys,
pretend for long.
A man cannot
A
pretend
man
for
cannot
long.
pretend for
but
long.
guess
The
what?
way a lady would. A lady can pretend for years.
I don't like the fact that you are just jumping.
No,
on us.
I'm not jumping. I'm saying it's the truth. See, I can only assume or pretend
I think
for
you're
a while.
speaking based on personal.
This is not
experience or
personal
anything.
experience. This is not.
I think
personal
generally
experience.
the mind of a man is always like very, very active too.
See, we
like,
have a short
on a
attention
daily
span.
basis. On a daily basis, you're trying
So
to.
why
meet
are you
up with
okay
this
if you have
target
a
and
very
all that.
short attention span and the man cannot pretend for long? Why are you pretending to a lady that is trying to build with you? Is when you have now made it to now know that she's not the right one.
That's the
for
point.
you.
A man cannot pretend. You'd always know.
You would always know.
How
if
will you
read,
know?
You will read the room now.
You know.
The same way,
environment.
why can't you be join a lady is pretending if you can read the room?
At times I can read. I just decide to ignore those signs.
And then sometimes the ladies too decide to ignore the signs. So it's 50-50. Okay.
I guess I
moving
agree
on.
to disagree.
It's true now. So yeah. Because it's the same thing. You can build with a lady and say this girl doesn't have, she just finished uni, she's doing NYC, let me invest in her and make sure she's okay. And at the end of the day, she disappoints you. The same way you can build.
It happened a lot.
Exactly, the same way it happens
still
for
happening,
no,
but guys are
truth.
finally waking
I don't
up
like the
now.
fact that
No, it was.
you are trying to
I'm telling you what was
picture
happening.
ladies as bad
No, no,
people
no,
and
no,
then you are trying to
no,
paint
no,
men
no,
as
no,
good.
no, no.
No,
I'm
the
telling
thing
you what
is, it's
what has
also the
been
same
happening
thing. It's the
before.
same thing
It
for
has been happening
men.
since.
Statistically,
We will
It is
send
the
these ladies
same thing
to school.
for men.
After which
When
you will come and say, "Oh,
No.
you don't fit my status."
It is the same thing for
Kini come,
men.
kini come.
A
They
woman
will
will
not even
decide
want
to
rubbish
stay
you
back
tell you-
and be working and
It's more for
sponsor the
women.
husband
It's more
to
for
school
women at
or
this
the
point.
boy she likes to school and everything, and the man
It's
will come
obvious
back
that
the same.
was
No,
happening.
I
No, that's
disagree.
not true.
No,
That's not true.
It's
never.
obvious
It's
that
just
happened.
recently that we started hearing about it.
No. I
It didn't just
disagree.
start
I will do
And
my
at the
research
end
and
of
show
the
you
day,
my facts.
show me the facts.
I said I will do it and show you
Oh yeah, I'm
facts.
waiting. And then at the end of the day, a man
you
will
want
come
to
and
go
tell
and
you that you're not
practice?
speaking good
No,
English,
not
so you're
practice. I
not
will
fit
ask
enough
questions.
for him.
I'll put
Are you
it on.
putting
I
me?
thought you wanted
to
This
send
is
someone to
50-50. The same way it's bad for men,
I'm
it's the
sending
same way
you
it's
to
bad for
school.
women. I don't disagree to agree. I agree
I think
completely.
it's even
agree
less for
completely,
men
yes.
than women.
That the same way the man will come tomorrow to say, the same way the lady you think the lady will come tomorrow to say this man is not fit for me in the society, the same way the man comes also to say this woman is not fit for me, and meanwhile it's the woman's money that sponsored you to where
So
you
where
are.
you are.
What are the
I haven't
percentages?
made
Do you
the
know- wait,
research, so
wait.
make yours and let me make mine.
I actually saw something online that said that a man will most likely not want to be with the woman that was with him when he was building because she's a reminder of his poverty or his past or
See,
whatever.
oh God, that thing they happen. I
And
have
it
seen
happens.
it
I saw it on
play.
Twitter.
What?
On Twitter.
Yes.
Oh, I've seen it
What
play
was
so
it?
many
I know it
times.
happens. I know it
The woman
happens.
was the one working. She practically made this man into who he is today, and then at the end of the day, the man is coming to speak some gibberish
No,
to
I
her,
will
telling
speak
her
gibberish
that
that
he
doesn't
does not
make
be
sense.
fit
I am
enough
not
for him
disputing
in the
that
society. Oh, you did
things
not
like that
remember when
never
she was
happen.
working, sending you to school, funding your lifestyle. She practically changed your dresses because
Anita.
when she met you were wearing women's trousers. Are you kidding me?
I'm not disputing that fact. See,
It's
there are
50-50.
instances like that.
It's 50-50.
So what are you saying? What's your point?
I'm
50-50.
saying mine still boils down to percentage. The ladies
It doesn't
will always
matter.
be
It
there
happens.
and here. No, it happens.
So you're
But this
saying
is what
that-
ladies are. This is what the guys are. When
I
it comes to
disagree.
that.
I'm sorry.
So
Um,
Chooks, you're saying that women had this spend on men that they don't want to be with.
That's what you guys think because you haven't met the
not
girl
what
that
I'm
will
saying.
spend.
No.
See, you haven't met
That's
the one
not
that
what
are
they
ready
say.
to do that.
No, I've come across.
I mean, I wouldn't want to take
I've come
sides.
across those that spend, and when I say spend, they spend.
I wouldn't want to
But
take
deep down,
sides.
I
You take care of your man. You take care of your
But you
man.
will spend.
When you go out to give him ATM to
So
do
that he'll be
things,
the one to pay.
feel like a man, and then at the end of the day, one man is come to tell you that he has gotten to a level where he thinks people are not fit. Is the man mad? Are you kidding me?
I think
I can't
Dodge the
lie, it
bullet.
happens.
To me,
It
I
happens.
agree to
the same
disagree.
way you should also feel that the lady
Dodge
too,
the
they dodge the
bullets. To be
bullet. So,
fair, let's be fair.
let it be
Let's-
50-50.
Let's just.
I will
leave that
not
shit.
agree.
Agree to
I will
disagree.
not.
The
When the lady is
nature-
wrong, I agree.
The very nature of human beings is to sometimes just be ungrateful. That's just the very nature of human beings.
I have to agree
It
with
goes
that.
it goes down to the DNA. It's not just about relationship.
And then
Sometimes it's your
upbringing.
parents.
Yeah.
Sometimes your parents they send you to school and you go there and you get what I mean. You just do not appreciate the things that are coming to you from where it's coming from because you don't understand what it takes.
How much sacrifice it took to
Exactly.
put you where you
You
are.
don't
Yeah.
understand the language of sacrifice. Some people are taking care of their parents, sent to good schools and everything. And when those who actually now make money in life and their parents are down in their old age, they don't really carry these people along.
But
That
that's
one day
bad
now on
behavior.
the
Like, if someone
steady. No, that
sacrifices
one
for you,
day on the
then-
Same
steady.
thing is what
It
reflects
happen,
in the
it happen.
relationship.
Word on the streets.
Yeah,
Yes.
it happens. That one is on its steady. Like,
But that's just honestly bad behavior. I think that I think that so many things are affecting us when it comes to dating as a generation. Like so many things. You know,
So
how our
so
parents will be
so
like, "This
that
you
brings
people- you
me
people
that
cannot
brings me
endure.
to
You people cannot go
the
through
biggest
this."
the biggest issue we actually have right now. Like,
Which
why
is-
are there less and less people getting married? We've actually talked about this
It's okay,
shortly in the beginning of this podcast. But now we've circled through a lot of topics now, and it's best to just come back to it and sort of try to
Bring it home.
Yes,
So your question is, why are
suggest the
less people
solution.
getting married?
Less people are getting married. We've analyzed a lot of problems now that are just inherent, that are just happening. This issue of psychology,
that's
that
actually my
issue of
concluding point here. I was just looking at it, I was like,
I think first of all gender need to reduce the expectations.
True, I
Expectations.
agree.
yeah, social media
All
has definitely
genders.
made us
We talked
have
about
more
it also
To
when we
reduce
started. Expectations.
Expectations are too high. Oh, the guy has to be picture perfect. Oh, the girl needs to
That
turn
picture
heads.
perfect kills me.
Do you understand?
They
Oh,
can edit
I should be
it
able to
now.
walk with my girl at the mall, and niggas would want to turn back and stare at her. I've had guys break up with girls because they felt,
They
my
cannot
guys
bring them
don't
into the
really-
clique.
My guys don't really rate this girl. You understand? She no fit that model standard. That
She
kind
no
of
tap.
thing. Do you understand? She no set. Do you get?
Yeah.
So that standard of the thing is too high. Expectations are too high. Sorry, not standard. Expectations are too
Yeah.
high. So I think the expectations, first of all, needs to be dropped
Yeah, true.
before we can now start, making progress and taking
as
other
a
steps.
generation when it
Yeah.
comes to
Yes,
dating and
expectations are way
relationships.
too
I definitely
high.
agree with that.
So Anita, what would you suggest by yourself or your own self now? What would you suggest is the solution to breaking this cycle?
Cycle of
Like if you were to advise, you're a lady now and you know what guys do wrong. If you were to drop an advice on the table for people to take that is going to make them coexist with you on a level playing field, what would it be? What is going to solve this? Look for this one here, go tomorrow, look for this one here, and you're just not finding what you want.
Basically, what advice would you give your younger brother or sister about dating? in
yeah,
2021?
like he said, one is expectations. Two will be patient. People really need to be patient with one another.
Yeah.
And I used to jump into a lot of conclusions before I even hear from the other party. So people need to just be patient, listen, and try to trust the other party that okay, this thing they're actually telling you is the truth, and don't let friends come and be like a third party trying to sing so many songs into your ears and telling you that what if there's no what if you truly like the person, you love him, really want to be with him, then trust him. Also try to commit to him, compromise.
I like that word.
Compromise.
In capital letters.
Compromise.
Bold.
And
Underline.
generally, people are
Circle.
not really willing to compromise
Yeah,
nowadays.
people are not willing to compromise because you have people around you that are telling you that what if.
Yeah, third parties.
And then apart from people around you, there's social media, there's Twitter. Every day you go on
Exactly.
Twitter, it's
So
just about
everybody's
you
trying.
about-
Everybody's is putting
Relationships.
their relationship out there as perfect.
Yeah, and then we're
Meanwhile,
not having the
there's
real
no perfect
conversations. Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
So I think those things really matter. So if you're ready to work with those, then by the grace of God and earth, you should find a very comfortable and reliable partner and make your relationship work. That's for me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
My personal take on
Definitely.
this is for one to work on himself. And as much as you're expecting something from somebody else, you're expecting this person to, the long list. What do you want in a man? This, that. Be somebody for that person. If you want the person to be someone who is tolerable, try to be tolerable too.
Yeah.
Because he can be, he could be someone who's tolerable, but then you now give him fire and you now even change that person, leave him worse than you met him.
Sure.
That's how all these cycles started. Somebody broke somebody's heart and that person said, oh my God, I'm going to pay back.
Revenge.
Everybody
And-
goes to suffer for it.
And now people are suffering. I even heard that there are some people distributing SCDs now.
Yeah.
STD is small, at least it's treatable. HIV.
HIV. Like,
It's an STD now.
STD, yeah, you can treat it and you'll be fine. HIV. Some people will say, oh, this guy actually gave me this thing. I'm
I'm
sharing.
going to give it to every guy.
Purposefully.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
that's
Anyway, so
that's the point for me. Develop yourself. Be the person for the next person. And in my tribe, we call it okochicho. That's what we call it. Just stop it. Put an end to it. If you really want something for yourself, try to get it for yourself in terms of finance, in terms of whatever. Get it for yourself. Let it not be the reason why you're, trying to now get somebody else to fill that part for you.
Also, I feel like people should also try to work on themselves before jumping into the next relationship.
Yeah.
We don't really talk about it so much, but yeah, I'm a lady and I've gotten my heart broken so many times. Not because the people are bad people or anything, but I feel like I didn't get to like calm down and try to know why my other relationship did not work. Try to know what I did wrong or
so you don't repeat the same
so it doesn't
mistakes,
repeat itself, because that's where the cycle keeps occurring.
Right.
So I feel like people should actually calm down. We all really don't have to be in relationships at the same time, and we don't have to try to make it look like it's a struggle with our friends. Oh, they're in relationships, so we also have to be in relationships. Just try to like calm down, work on yourselves,
eliminate the competition.
Yeah, and you actually find the perfect person for you, someone that you ask yourself on a daily that
what did I do?
Did you get how did I meet, or where has this person been? Don't just know that you've tried to like work on yourself and they've seen that you've actually worked on yourself, and it should just work.
Funny enough, you get to find the perfect person when you're not even searching for it.
Yeah, true. And then somehow when you work on yourself, you just become so much more of a better person. So where the kind of person that you want is who you attract.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree with everybody's points of working on yourself. I think that when you work on yourself, there's a higher possibility of you even finding what you didn't even think you knew you needed. Like what you didn't think will be your ideal. You know how we have our list of, okay, the person I want to get married to has to be this. Like,
do people really have
six
lists?
facts? More people
topic
have.
for another day.
People have.
List,
I've never
I've seen
done
my
a
cousin's
list
list before. And I had to give her conk.
I've never done a
physical
list.
list.
I've never.
Yeah.
Because I don't really care if you're tall or short, fat or slim, 6 packs or not.
But to
But there's
be
something that-
fair,
if you
having a
really
list
think
is
about
actually not a bad thing if they are realistic lists.
Well, all I just say is I just want somebody that I have to be attracted to you. It doesn't matter if you're, because I know one time I used to say, oh, the guy must be slim. And then I ended up dating someone that wasn't slim.
Funny
and
story.
that
I
was
used to
like
know
one
somebody
of my
whose
best
preference
relationships.
was.
Yeah, so the person you dated that was slimmer, that was fat, sorry.
Yeah.
Not fat, but like wasn't slim, ended up being what you needed.
Yeah, so
As
since
opposed
then I
used
just
to know-
cancelled
I
the
used to
whole
know somebody
listing.
in
Like I don't
school.
really care.
And
Once I like your physique, I'm okay.
his particular
Yeah.
what he wanted in a woman was he says you must be from English and literary studies. That's-
You never bath.
English and literary studies.
yeah,
Only-
you must have gap tooth.
Gap tooth.
No, that's why I said the
And
person
then-
should go back
to
to
heaven.
sleep.
And then the third one and the most funny is that you must have chest hair as a lady.
As a lady.
What?
As a lady, those three
What?
things.
What's that?
I mean,
That was
I was
person's list.
I was asking myself questions.
Is that guy okay?
I question person's decisions and ability to,
I'll tell you.
like, bro, that's crazy. But you see, that list conversation is definitely a conversation for another day.
It is.
But I think we can close this episode here. What do you guys think?
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think this has been a good run. Thank you so much, Chooks.
I mean, the pleasure's all mine. Let's do this
Thank
some other
you,
time again.
Anita. We'll definitely love to have you guys back. You're such good vibes.
Yeah.
Anita, don't forget to come back with your glasses.
All right, thank you guys for being in the studio with me today. I really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
coming and
us.
spending time with me. Like, I've actually enjoyed this session so much, and I've learned a lot. Like, learned quite a couple of things. And to our listeners, thank you so much for hanging with us today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this podcast, and keep coming back because we have much more lit content for you guys. So till I come your way again, my name is Bibi, and if you're looking for true love, download the Trueflutter app. Bye.
Bye.
Yay!